Okay everyone, today I'm showing you a demonstration of how to make your figure for your Pythagorean Theorem project. So we start with a piece of paper like this. Everybody's going to get one, or every group is going to get one. You start by folding the paper in half into a rectangle like this. Be careful to make sure you're very precise. Match the edges. Like this, and then after you fold it into a rectangle like this, you're going to fold it again into a triangle. And when you fold it into a triangle, you're going to have a little bit of a piece of the paper here, and you're going to cut it. So you're going to cut it carefully to make sure that you don't cut the actual triangle. Put it a little bit. Alright. So now you have a triangle, a right triangle, once we've cut out that piece, and then you're going to fold it again into another right triangle. Okay? And then we're going to fold it again into another right triangle. And then for one last time, we're going to fold it again into another right triangle. And when you folded it around this size, make sure it's an actual triangle. I'm going to try to fold it properly. It gets a little harder when we get to this point, but you can do it. Just press it down real hard. Yep. Make sure that it's flat. Flatten. And when you get your paper to this size, when you fold your paper to this size, we're going to unfold it. Make sure that it's properly folded so you get creases of your folds like so. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take 3 different colors of pen. For me, I have the black pencil, red pen, and a blue pen. I'm going to start with the pencil. I'll take a ruler right here. And I'm going to draw a line for the triangles like this. On the sides of the triangle like this. And then I'm going to take a blue pen and draw this side of the triangle. And then I'm going to take a red pen and draw this side of the triangle. And once I've drawn the triangle, and as you notice, this is a right triangle, I'm going to complete this side by drawing the square using this side. This side of the triangle is one of the side lengths. This is the square of that side of the triangle. And I'm going to draw a square for this side of the triangle, and it's a little messy, but as long as you get it correctly, it should be alright. You don't need to worry about the exact calculation of the lengths of the triangle and the lengths of the squares. And to complete, we're going to draw this square with our red pen. Okay, so now you have the triangle here, the main triangle, and the 3 squares. What I want you to do next is, you see these creases, there should be a crease here. See these creases that were created when we were folding? We're going to draw out the triangles from those creases, like so, and cut up the squares into these triangles. Another one. And for this side, we're going to cut up the square like this, draw a straight line down the middle, draw another straight line down the middle right here, and we're going to partition them into triangles, like so, triangles, like this. So each of the triangles you see here in the squares are of equal size. And I want to name each side of the triangle as A, B, or C, just like we learned. This side I'm going to label A. So I'm going to draw A into each of the small triangles of the square of this side. And I'm going to draw B inside each of the triangles of the square of this side. And this side I'm going to label C. I'm going to write C into each of the triangles of the square of this side. So this should look pretty familiar to you by now. So this is a right triangle, and we're using the Pythagorean Theorem concept to show that if we combine the triangles of this square and the triangles of this square, it should equal the triangles of this square. And that's what you're showing. That's what you're going to show in your project. So the Pythagorean Theorem is this. So this a squared is represented by the a squared. This b squared is represented by this b squared. And this c squared is represented by the red square here. And what you're going to do is you're going to cut out each of the small triangles and match them to show that the Pythagorean theorem works. Okay? And you're going to do, that's how you're going to do your project.